Caffeinated Entertainment video. This is Art with you for day 7 of Book Review Week. The book today is number 2 in the Orphan X series, or Evan Smoak series by Gregg Hurrwitz, The Nowhere Man. This book is a quintessential thriller. It's quickly become one of my favorite series. The first book was Orphan X. The second novella, book 1.5, was By a Bullet. This book is called The Nowhere Man because that's what Evan Smoak, or Orphan X, his code name, is also called because of the phone number he uses to get assignments. Basically, you call him when there's no one else to call. You call his number, which ends in like 855 Nowhere Man or something like that. I forget the numbers exactly, but the ending of it is Nowhere Man. And the book is a lot like your Jack Reachers, your Jason Bourne, and James Bond type thrillerish book. He's a problem solver well trained, a problem solver kind of misused in the beginning. He's more like Jason Bourne in that sense. Like, he doesn't remember, well, he knows who he is, but he doesn't really have a purpose besides being the assassin, the killing machine that they have made him into. They being a branch or an agency of the government. And with that said, this book series is great because, and this book is great because the book opens with him being caught in a situation where he can't seem to get out. But because he hears his mentor, Jack, throughout the book and kind of helps him out, and there's a little bit of an Easter egg or a twist and turn that I found I loved. It shocked the shit out of me. I had to back the audiobook up. I listened to it on Audible. I had to back the audiobook up because I had to make sure of what I heard. And what I heard was what I heard. So whether you read this or you listen to this, it is totally worth a listen. It is action-packed. We see Evan, or Orphan X, depending on what you call him, in compromising positions even for him. Because remember, if you're a fan of the series and you read the previous stuff before, he's a very calculated, very orchestrated man who broke away from the agency he works for. This is the first book where he's breaking away. That is not... that's a little bit of a spoiler. Sorry about that, if that bothers you, but it's not really, because he says that that's what he wants to do, and that's what he tries to do from chapter 1 of book 1. So it's not really, but if you haven't been encountered with the series, then it may be for you. I totally recommend it. This book turns an already young series, because remember, this book came out this year, February 17th of this year, so, and this is book 2, so this is a fairly young series as we can say it. It's certainly not as long as a Jason Bourne or a James Bond or a John Sanford type book or a Jack Reacher series that I just reviewed book number 22 in that series earlier this week, back on Tuesday. Go look it up if you haven't seen it. So it's not as long, but he turns the series on its head. Literally, all we know about Orphan X is that he's a finely tuned, home-crafted assassin who solves problems. Which, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Who knows? I can't say yay or nay on either one. I can say this. This book series deserves to be read. Nowhere Man is the best book of the two and the best piece of fiction in the franchise of the 2 books and the novella. It is more well thought out because there's not much world building. He takes care of the world building in the first book. I totally recommend it. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I will probably listen to it again before book 3 comes out, whenever Gregg Hurrwitz decides to put it out. He has become quickly one of my favorite authors of all time, beyond belief and beyond... I haven't fallen in love with an author that fast in a super duper long time. I can't recommend it more. Full 5 stars on Goodreads, a full buy it, own it, love it from my new scale. It needs to be read. This is an author that needs to be out there. He should be up there with the pantheon of a Jack Reacher, Jason Bourne, a James Bond, a Mitch Rapp for those Vince Flynn fans, which I'm going to start reading that series pretty soon. But all I can say is read this book, enjoy this book, enjoy this series. Will they win like literary awards? Probably not. But are they good action books? Grab some popcorn, it's the same thing I said about Midnight Line. Grab some popcorn, grab a soda, grab your favorite beverage, grab your favorite snack, sit back, enjoy your snacks, enjoy your drink, and enjoy the book. This is why I like to read these type of books, because when you get sucked in this world, all you want to do, my TV's been off for most of the day, all you want to do is read these type of books, get sucked up in the world. Gregg Hurrwitz is a master at words. Scott Brick, who does the narration for this, is a master at painting the scenes with his vocalizations and his vocal inflections and his character voices. He also does the John Corey Plum Island John Corey series by Nelson DeMille, which is probably going to be the next audiobook I listen to. It's amazing. It's great. Go out, get this book with no fear. Read this book, enjoy this book, and enjoy the final day of Book Review Week, which is tomorrow, for Artemis. Now, I will tell you this. It may not be up at the normal 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It will more than likely be up by 3 or 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is to give me more time to polish that review. And make sure that the review gets done in the proper way, since it is an ARC copy. The book comes out tomorrow. I can tell you, without giving anything away, if you like The Martian, Artemis is his next book. Judge whether you want to read Artemis on The Martian, and you're probably in safe hands. But you'll find out what I truly think of the book, spoiler-free, because it's not fair for me to spoil something that hasn't come out yet. Tomorrow, the final day of Book Review Week. Thank you for making this the most successfully viewed week on the channel. Keep it up for these final 2 days. And I'll do this again sometime in the spring. Until next time, happy reading, and I'll see you soon.